So here we would like to introduce one of the professional people that have been using conferences and interviews as an assessment. Let's welcome our professor, Chinedu Mba, and please, we're happy to hear about your opinion on the subject.
Okay, thank you. Well, it's a pleasure and happy to be part of this project. In my case, now that I teach EAP, I do mostly conferences, and I don't use interviews. We would use conferences, midterm and exit conferences.
Oh, okay.
And I use it midterm formative and also formative for me and for the students to help them with the academic progress. Typically what I would do is schedule or specify the blocks of time with each student. And but what I try to do is sort of create a safe zone for them. It's more of a conversation, and I have to get them to understand that I'm not testing them, and I just want to get some information on what's working for them and how they feel about their progress and their learning in the classroom. And I would also ask if they have suggestions on what I can do to better support them in the classroom. So I'll give you an example. When a student walks in, we have some chat about the day, or depending on when it is, just to get a sense of how they're feeling. Could be their weekend or whatever it is they want to talk about. And I also share a little bit about myself. And then I'll remind them why we're meeting. I'll say, well, for instance, we're meeting because I want to let you know how you're doing, and I want to find out how the class is working for you, because your success is important to me. So once we establish that, I let them go first. So I ask, so how are you finding the course? What's working for you? What do you like about what you're learning? And what is it you don't like about your learning? So the thing about my students and I is we have a relationship where they trust that they can have an open and honest conversation with me about what's working and what's not working. And
so do you think it's effective for them, and do you think that this is encouraged them to perform better?
Oh yes, it does, because whatever feedback I get from them, I come back to class and we talk about that. So I would say, okay, so I met with the class, and at the end of the conference, this is the information I have about what's working and what's not working. And sometimes what they want is not feasible, and I explain to them that I can't do that for whatever reason. And some other times there are things I can change. So perhaps, too much homework, it makes it, And so we negotiate. I negotiate with my students, and we come to something that works. But more importantly for me is letting them know about their academic progress or any concerns I might have. And I've been known to say to students, you're a great student, likable and all of that. However, if you continue this way, you're going to fail.
Could you please brief us about the exit conference? What's the procedure and how it's done?
Okay, so the exit conference happens on the last day of class, and at that time the students get to see their final marks and their grades, and I would meet with them to help them interpret their marks and answer any questions or concerns they might have. What I've found typically with the exit conference, is that the students want to, they're interested in getting strategies on what areas they should focus on and how to go about focusing on those areas, and any tips that one can give to help them just continue with the level of progress they are making, or to improve on whatever it is they're doing. So that's the difference I find. And for me as the instructor, the exit one is also really beneficial, because at that time, if they had any concerns about how honest they could be about feedback, the marks are in, I'm not going to go back and fill them or anything. And some of them I feel a bit more comfortable with telling me really what it is they liked about the course or not. I know one student once said to me, do do you want the truth? And I said, please tell me the truth. Because even if it doesn't really impact what I do with you, the students who are coming after you are going to be really grateful for it. And then they would share. So conferences are really good, not just for the students, but also beneficial for the instructors.
But for the interviews, you don't do any part for the interviews?
For the EAP program, I don't. Mm-hmm. But when I was in the LINK program, yes, I did. And so with the interviews,
do you think it's beneficial for the students, the interviews during LINK programs?
You know, I'm really torn. I understand that it's required because you need all that information. But what I really wonder is it's sort of like an exam. Is it really a true test? Because they come to you all anxious, and does it truly demonstrate their competence or their proficiency in whatever it is? Because I know that I've worked with students. I used to be an IELTS examiner, and I know that during those interviews, people who were really very fluent and confident speakers under exam situations or such formal situations.
I'm really happy to have you here with us.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks.